Update from the latest Corona Inquest, the matter Igaibi and
Okay,
you make una
let me just,
listen.
what is the overall submission of the lawyer? Well, to me, whatever they did today is just like, I would say, it, how will I say, it wasn't to what I
Sandra, give
wanted.
us summary of what happened in the court.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do now. What happened in court today is just about Naira Marley and questioning Naira Marley on his role, the role he played in Mohbad and demise. Let me just quickly say this: whatever those lawyers did today, it is just a show of like, you have paid me, let me shall come and work. Let me shall come and work is what they all did today. Because all of them knew the basic question they should have asked. And another thing I saw them doing is trying to like put another narration, or we should be paying attention to Naira Marley. I'm not a spokesperson for Naira Marley, or neither am I advocating for him. But whatever they have did today is just like put the public back to Naira Marley and make us to think towards that direction. They were asking about his reality, about Mohbad's reality with Naira Marley, and they failed to ask about reality Mohbad had himself when he left Naira Marley. Because when he was with Naira Marley, he had an album. When he left, that he started immunization. He also had an album and he had his song stream. So they didn't ask who is in charge of those money, but they were asking a different question, which is not related to Mohbad's demise. And Naira Marley gave a perfect submission today that if they want to know what is going on, if they want to get to the root of the case, they should pick everybody in that house. And I repeat, he said they should pick everybody in that house 24 hours. That was the submission, and that was what, because we were answering, how can you help the court in this investigation? And the only thing he kept saying is this: pick everybody up in that house, everybody in that house. And later, Mohbad's lawyer was also questioned, and there was this narration that it was Mohbad's lawyer that collected, was it the death certificate or blah blah blah, and Mohbad's lawyer was able to confirm that he got there around 10 p.m. And he also said when he got there, he had planned in burying Mohbad that same day. That they had planned in burying him that same day. That he was now saying that, okay, if you want to even go and bury him, you can't be taking his corpse like this. What paper do you have to back it up? He was the one that suggested that they should go and get a letter or a police report to back it up. And the third part of it, maybe because he's a lawyer and he was being cross-examined by a lawyer, we were not allowed to ask questions. We the public were not allowed to ask questions. So, and lawyer to lawyer, they were just trying to pamper their colleague, their learned colleague, like they would say. They were only trying to pamper their learned colleague with some little questions, and he played another one on us. He wasn't speaking up. He was speaking like, you are in court and you are using a bedroom voice to speak. So most of us could not even hear what he was saying. And because huge lot of us were kind of like disappointed. Me was disappointed in the show of Naira Marley and the kind of question. Because I expected those lawyers to even ask Naira Marley, do you know Prime Boy? Do you know Spending? Do you know the North? But they failed to ask those critical questions. They never asked. Do you understand? They didn't ask the question, and all they were trying to say was like push another narrative of bully. And Naratmani confirmed after Mohbad left his record label, he had never set his eyes on him. That he had never set his eyes on him. So another part is it was a funny part in court anyway, because you know Naira Marley, the way he speaks now, and now the way he speaks, like, so the lawyer were getting frustrated. Even Naira Marley said, "I'm sorry if I'm frustrating you," and Sanshiti was saying, "It's rude. It's rude. This guy is rude." And the magistrate felt like caution. They cautioned Naira Marley so many times. They were just cautioning him. If you put it also, I'm also yeah. Well, I'll just say whatever that happened today was like Naira Marley come gbogbo wọn ṣeré. That's to my own. And when he gave his submission, all he could say was that he was not there when he died. His last 24, 48, 72 hours, he was not around. He was not in the house. So they should take their investigation back to those in that house. So that is what really happened. And the show of the day is Arifa being picked up. That is the show of the day. So any question? No, Naira Marley was not in court. It was a virtual court hearing. It was virtual, not present in court, but it was a virtual court proceeding. So you wanted to ask a question?
What can you tell?
I'm with you. Hello.
Anything about Adura? Can you tell us anything about Adura?
Currently, I'm limited to some information that I'm privy to see online, but I'm not sure they have been released yet. Maybe they'll be released later, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I don't want to say what I don't know because I've been busy. I've been in the court and I've turned off my phone. People have tried to reach me anyway, and I turned off my phone. So I'm limited to the information as we speak. So maybe he has been released or he has not been released. I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure.
On what basis was he wheeled out of court in handcuff?
You mean Arifa?
No. Adura.
No. Are you speaking about Adura's arrest?
No, I'm not talking of Arifa's arrest.
Okay. You mean Adura's arrest?
Yes, please. Yes.
Adura's arrest is just because the police invited them to come and they failed to show up. That was why they were arrested. I think they had petition against them to show up at Bantios. I don't know, but they failed to honor the police invitation. So when they had the court sitting on Wednesday? Today is Friday. On Wednesday, they had a court sitting about the case they had with Damola about the 3-second video. So while they were in court and after the court proceeding, after everything, they were arrested just because they did not honor the police invitation. They disregarded the police invitation severally. So that was why they were arrested. So by now, I don't know if they have been released or they have not been released. I'm not privileged to some information as we speak. So that is why Adura and Damola were arrested.
Okay, so their arrest was based on refusing to honor police invitation. Is that correct?
Yes, to my best of knowledge. They were meant to report at the station and they failed to do that. And because they have this case in court, so immediately they finished that court case, they were literally waiting for them the way they were waiting for Arifa anyway. They were waiting for them the way they hey God, I beg you. Arifa ma wa beg you Monday niyan. Today is Friday. I just remember that now.
No. It depends if the
You
lawyer
will be there.
acts
You will be
swift.
there till Monday, Oga. Don't let us deceive ourselves. You will be there till Monday. If the zone 2, it's not just zone 2.
But
You will be there till.
if the lawyer acted swiftly, it can secure
And
his bail.
if the lawyer, yeah, I hope the lawyer can secure his bail before 6 p.m. If they can secure his bail before 6 p.m. If not, he will be
No.
there till
Even
Monday.
after 6 p.m. is possible. I
After
think
6 p.m.
Supreme is putting,
Oh,
yes, even after 6 p.m. There is no time
oh,
band in securing bail
there's no
at the
time
police
ban.
station. I think no, there is no time band. It depends on the relationship of the lawyer and
But
the officer in charge
but
of the
after today,
investigation.
but after today, they can't bail it until Monday. Am I correct?
No. That is not correct, Sam Jojo. It
That
can
is not
still
correct,
be
sir.
built tomorrow.
They can still be
Yes,
built
it can
tomorrow.
still be built. Yes, it
Are
can
you
still be
sure,
built
sir?
tomorrow. I'm very sure. That is what I'm saying.
Okay.
It depends on
Oh,
the
okay.
relationship between the lawyer and the investigation officer. There is no time limit, as in when a police can give or issue a bail. There is no time. It depends on the gravity of the offense. So if what we are hearing about Tony Peperimpe or critical thinker, it is anything to go about, that is a misdemeanor offense. It can be given a bail because he is not a threat and he has been under a bail before. I don't know, maybe he was asked to sign a condition of a good behavior. I don't know the condition of that bill, but believe me, the lawyer can secure his bail. Depend on the relationship the lawyer have with the CID or the investigation officer. So it is possible. Anyway, Sam Jojo, you have done a good job today, giving us up to date of what happened in court today since morning. You've done so well, and then we commend you for that. Kudos to your help. I don't know if any other person have any other question for you, but for me, for now, I think I'm okay.
Supreme, are you there?
Gabby, we are not talking about court. He is not in court. He's in police station. It's the police that pick him up. Gabby, I hope you understand me. Gabby Olight. It's the police that pick him up, not the court. He has not been charged to court or not anything. So if you're to be caught, he has no option till Monday. But in this case, he's still with the police, so he can be free. I trust Supreme Lady Aries to make one or two call and put one or two things together to secure his release. Sam Jojo, thank you once again. Anybody can.
Mr. Andy. Mr. Andy, right. But the funny part is this now. If they say, yeah, my question is this now. If it is critical thinkers that arrested Arifa, based on what?
Yes,
Because I
now.
don't, and the thing is this now, I don't understand the way this the whole
Ó
thing
yẹ
is
kẹ́
going
mọ̀ wá
now.
wọn. Àwọn tó pa
Now,
Mohbad wọn ò rí wọn mú, wọn ò rí kankan ṣe. Àwọn ara wọn ló máa ń bájà. Bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn.
Yomi did
Ó yẹ kẹ́ ti understand wa wọn.
Yomi did a great job. Now, instead of you to do your own too, it is Arifa. So I don't understand. Kind of like
Bóyá Arífá
I
ló
That
pa
want.
was
Mohbad nínú
why. That was what I was saying this morning on Poporiano live stream. I don't know if
Yes,
you
my
listened.
shame.